Hello and welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for week commencing the 19th of April. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be delighted if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. Also, if you'd like to have a one-to-one with me, please see the link below where you can check out my testimonials. Or if you'd like to ascend above your zodiac sign, embrace more serious astrology, you can do so with my affordable range of reports and also get 30% off on a special offer, the combination of a year's forecast and your character analysis. Please see the link below for those too. Hello Aquarius and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 19th of April. The big takeout from this week for you personally, I think, is the angle between Jupiter in your sign. Remember, this comes around every 12 years and you unluckily only get 8.5 months rather than 12 months this year of Jupiter in your sign. Well, Jupiter is about fortune in traditional astrology. In modern astrology, it's more about where we time our moves, and it's about being progressive and optimistic. If we think that things can work out well for us, they will work out well. But Mars, the planet of passion, has been in your sector of personality, of charisma, of self-expression for the last 5.5 weeks. And the two are really urging each other on. So this can be a week where your individuality can reap a reward. So do believe that. But then, in terms of the personal planets, the Sun and Mercury move on Monday into your 4th house. They join up with Venus, which has just arrived here, and also with Uranus, your modern ruler, which of course continues to clash with your traditional ruler of Saturn and has done for much of this year. The inference here is this big gathering of energy in your 4th house is asking you to think more actively about your sense of security, physical or emotional. So that means where you live, your relationships within your family, your relationship with yourself in terms of your own emotional relationship. And the Sun and Mercury together can give us an agility of thinking. So you may be thinking on your feet right at the start of this week about one of those strands. Now on Friday, Mars makes the transition from your sister air sign of Gemini and into the water sign of Cancer. In technical astrology, Mars is actually debilitated in this sign. It's known as being in fall. But for you, it can actually make you more productive. The ideas and passion and excitement that have been generated over the last 6 weeks need to be converted into something a little bit more structured. And Mars moving through this area can also see you really rolling up your sleeves and being very applied. However, later in the week, as Mercury moves forwards, it joins with Uranus and also with Venus. So that means we have a square going back round, of course, to Saturn in your sign. So there is the potential for a little bit of a logjam at the end of this week if what you want to change around those basic tenets of security of the home is not quite working in the way you want. So there could be a little bit of frustration this week, a little bit of stop-start, but stay with the process, because I do feel that the Sun and Mercury moving into the 4th house can also unblock something that hasn't been going quite so well for much of this year. It's just very unlucky for Aquarius people that, of course, Saturn and Jupiter pitched up together at the end of December for the first time in 800 years, but we had Uranus squaring with Saturn from about the middle of January, and that has slowed things down. So the benefits have not been quite as obvious as may be desirable. So this week does have a lot of opportunities, but patience is still going to be important. So if things go a little bit slower than you hope, just take that in your stride. But I think things are evolving, and by the end of this week, there can be an improvement around those areas. It's just perhaps not going to be quite in the way you may have thought at the start of the week.